Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Guys, please do let me know if you hear some robot noise, because the last 3 streams were a complete disaster. So this is like a like a high-end microphone, and hopefully the audio should be fine, Let me know down in the comments where are you watching from and what's the time out there, and what are you building these days. Let's give 1 minute for everyone to join. Am I streaming? Yes, I am streaming. Okay. It's pretty good. It should be damn good. Do you hear any robot noise, or the sound is crispy? Strips. It's crisp. So this live stream is mostly going to be about me trying out Drizzle inside Expo. And the reason is because I would like to build a habit tracker application that is going to be a local first application. And yeah, so let me share the screen actually. Oh, the same issue with the screen capture, retina, display, LG. Should be fine. Brazil. Nice. Thanks, Igor. Thanks for thanks, Igor and Ryan as well for checking out the sound. Hi, Jean-Pierre from Brazil. Nice. Felipe, it's also from Brazil. Hey. Alrighty, so the idea here is that I would like to give Drizzle a try. So I have created a live stream in the past with Prisma, but I also want to give Drizzle a try to see how this is working, or if I'm able actually to to use it, So I have here the code, close the app. Oh yeah, this is the last live stream. So let me close up the things and let me create a new project, and I'll say it, it's npx create expo app. Does it have, let's see, and I'll say habit tracker. Habit tracker. Okay, habit tracker. So this is going to be hopefully a local first application. You'll never know. Oh, it's using npm. No. Habit tracker. Bun x create expo app latest, and it's a habit tracker. Let's go to habit tracker. It's using TypeScript, expo router. Let's see the package JSON. Do we have reanimated? Yes. So let's open up this into the code editor. Put this in the background because we don't need it. And zoom a bit. Okay, update my ZSH. Let's see what else. Jingle bell. Okay, so let's follow the so first I'll add Expo Lite, SQLite. I believe in Expo 52 now support SQL Cipher. Okay, this is actually quite nice because you can use the shared things across applications and also extensions. Okay, so let me go back to Drizzle. And I'll actually add ban Expo install Expo SQLite, and now I'll also add Drizzle ORM and as a dev dependency the Drizzle kit. Okay. Live queries. So I also need to have a schema, right? So let's go to this one and hooks, constants. I'll add here a new utils, drizzle, init. Init drizzle. Yes. Okay. I believe that we don't need the next. Okay, and I'll save this file. With live query, also need to have a schema. Okay. So we need a DB. Okay, so I need to export this DB. So I'll export DB. And I'll definitely want to have this live query. What else? Enable true. Okay, and I'll also need a schema. Where is the schema? Okay, let me first install this package here. So ban add -d, I believe. And I'll also need to add a Babel. I don't have a Babel config. This is interesting. You'll need to update the Babel config.js. Can I do that? Yeah, I think ban expo configure. Customize. A Babel. Do I need a metro as well? I need a metro and a drizzle config. Okay, and metro. Okay. What is this song? Okay. I'll actually add okay, so I have this one, and also inside the metro I need to add the config, right? config resolve, so I need to have a .sql, and then the drizzle config. Let me copy this one. I'll create here a new file, drizzle config.js. Is this JS or TS? It's a TS. Okay. So I'm importing the config as a type. I have the db schema. Yes, most probably I'm gonna create here a db schema.ts. Oops. Schema.ts, and I'll also move the init. Okay. So the schema, it's inside the db, export it. Very important. Okay. This should be fine. And init should be enough. Okay. And I can generate, right? So I'll go to package. Generate db, actually just generate should be enough, and drizzle kit. Let's see, bun generate. No config pack provided, using the default drizzle config ts, reading config file, 0 tables. Okay, no schema, nothing to migrate. Epic. Okay, so we are okay with it. And we can also add migrations. You need to import the migrations. You need to import migrations file into your Expo app from the Drizzle. Okay, you can run the migrations on the application startup using our custom use migrations. Okay, got you. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is inside the init, I'm also going to grab the migrations, but for now I don't have any migrations, so that's going to be okay. And also export migrations. Okay, so in this way so in this way I keep everything in the same place. And I'll come back to this one. Let me add a link. Check the documentation. Oops. When we oops, we actually have something to migrate. Okay. Let me close this thingy like this. Okay, so now let's create a schema. How to create a schema in Drizzle. How to create a schema. Is this actually working? I believe I may need to. So this is. It's opening the DB. Drizzle. Okay, so this is a synchronous thing. Should be fine. Data types, I don't care that much right now. Let me go to schemas. The light doesn't have support schemas. What? Oh yeah, makes sense. Data types. to define a table. Okay. The table, this is the table name, right? I'll go to schema and I'll say const. I like to have users, not users, habits, and each individual habit should have an ID, a name, description, also maybe strict, not really, created, updated, and the habits log, habit logs, and habit logs should have an ID, habit is completed or not. You already have it, should be completed. Yeah, I think if you have it, it should be completed. This should be optional, maybe. I'll see. Okay. So I'll say here habits. It's equal to how to create a table. SQLite table. Habits. Oof, nice. Okay, so I have an ID. Can I do an ID here? Yes. An ID. There is no table. What's happening here? I'll do data types. Is this integer? Can I do UUID? Oh, I can do integer mode number. Okay. So this is integer. No. Integer SQLite. Mode. What mode? Number time step. Okay. And this is a primary key. Okay. I'll have a name as a string. Can I do a string? Add a string. Text. Mode. Text. I think this is redundant. What else can I add here? Length. Mode enum. No, there is no enum. This is the text. What else? Description. It's again a text. Created. The timestamp. Time. How to add a time? I have a. What else can I do here? This should definitely be not null. Can I have a timestamp? I can have it, but in an SQL environment. data connection, Postgres. Not querying the data, but schema, maybe shape your data. Oh, okay, so I have here an SQL, okay. This is not available for me here. Desk, what's the desk? Time? What else do I have here? Alias check custom type. Merrick. Okay, so I believe this is going to be a text. Add the default. Date now to string. Should be fine. Dated add going to be text. There is no default. I pass something here. Not no desk. Okay. Then we are going to have habits logs. Why is this habit logs? Okay, and then habit logs. Okay, this is going to also have an ID. What is this suggesting? Yeah, definitely I'm gonna add an integer. I'll say mode is going to be a number. Oh, I have an integer type. Okay, never mind. It's a primary key and I'll auto increment it. And this is going to be an integer. And the mode is going to be timestamp. Wow, this is actually quite nice. Okay, timestamp. And this is date now. Add mode timestamp. Okay, that actually makes sense. Okay, so I'll add a text. What's the best way to put it? Drizzle type integer mode timestamp. This is the timestamp, but I don't have the now here. SQLite. Mode timestamp is the date. Interesting. Okay. So I'll add okay, so I'll add the text. SQLite, I'm gonna do it from Drizzle. Do I have here an updated? No, times. Can customize integer mode. How is this date an integer? Anyway, I will see. I will see, you know. Okay. Description text. I'll default it to nothing. And maybe shall I add an icon? Shall I add an icon? Maybe a color as well? Okay, so I'll add a color as a text. Default. Add a default. Yeah, I'll add 0099cc. And what else? Okay for now. It's okay. It's okay. We can come back to it. So let's add relations. But inside the schema. Shape your data. Relation. I'm gonna have here one-to-many, right? One-to-one, one-to-many. So yeah, I'll have a habit underscore ID here as an integer. Integer. Can I add here reference? What's referencing? Habits.id. Reference. Reference. Okay. References. This is a method. Is going to return habits.id. What else should we have? Date is going to be I would like to format it as maybe day, month, and year, right? So this is going to be a text, not null. Okay, if it's completed boolean. I don't have a boolean. What? I would love to have this SQL, you know, all the types available here. For me, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but boolean, I don't have a boolean. What else do I have here? Type except. Yeah. An integer mode boolean default to false. Actually, it's default to true. Yeah, and the date, I'll have a custom type. Can I do a custom type? Not this one. I'll have a custom type here. How can I do it? It's a function. Data type is going to be text, maybe. Can I do a text? It's a function, right? Okay. Functional mapping functions that use one for data mapping from database. Okay. Yeah, I would love to. So it's from the driver optional mapping function that is used for data mapping from the database to the JavaScript. Okay, so from driver, I'll have the value and I'll return. I may need to add bun, add day.js. I'll say day.js value format, and I'll add an util here. Utils day date. I'll export habit log format, the dd mmyy. Okay, and I'll format it in this way. Value, it's a string. And I'll add wait a second, what? Isn't this a string? This is a string, right? Let's see an example here. Custom type. Custom text. Not this one. Yeah, so I don't have it. But if I do here a string, type value string is not desired. Okay, interesting. What's this type? Okay, never mind. And I'll say to driver. No, not really. To driver. Why is this complaining? Type unknown. Wait. Type, and I'll return here text. Should this be something else? I'll add a Drizzle custom type. SQLite. Should this be maybe text like this? Why is this complaining? The error, it's I don't know how to read it, you know. I don't know what's I believe yeah, so this is somehow customizing the data type. Okay, run date. Interesting. Okay, I believe we can remove this one, and I'll say text mode. It's going to be it's an integer. Mode, it's timestamp, and default is going to be SQL. Then I'll pass the current date, right? not really. What? It's okay because okay, never mind. But created at is the current timestamp. Yeah, it should be fine. The day, because you can actually create a log for a different timestamp in the past, right? Okay, never mind. So what else? Created at, updated. Created at is going to be the same as this one. And now we need to create the logs on habit relations. And I'll add here how to add again a relation one to many. So habit can have multiple logs, right? In this case, a user can have multiple posts. We'll have, okay, actually it's habit relations. It's habits. Is this a habit? No. That's what I have here. I have many. I'll say logs. It's many habit logs. And what can I pass? Relation name. Do I need to add a relation name? No. Integer author ID. Okay, and the other way around. And I'll say const habit logs relations. It's a relations. Wait a second. Habit logs, and I'll have a 1, and I'll return here. Oh, this should be like this. And I'll have here return as well. I'll have habit. It's 1 habits, right? So this is the habit relations is going to create a relation on habits that have multiple habit logs. Just logs, it's okay. And then I have the other way around, right? Habit log. But then do I need to actually add the habit ID? How is this doing? Author ID. Okay. Do I need to actually reference that? Since I'm already referencing it. I also need to okay. You know what? I'll do it like this. So fields. This is going to be habit. Habit logs dot habit ID, and I'll reference it as habits.id, and I'll actually remove this reference. Okay. Do I need to actually export? Yes, I actually do need to export it. Why? Anyway, export. I think we can just generate, right? So 5 columns, 0 foreign keys. Let me open up the 000. Meta. Interesting. Okay. What if I'm can I add the Prisma Studio? Drizzle Studio. I can add a kit. Okay. Package. I believe Studio. Okay. DB credentials. Do I need a DB credentials? The Drizzle Expo SQLite Studio. Okay, so I actually need to add a Drizzle Studio, and then I need to use inside the app layout. I'll use, then I can pass the DB. I need to do anything else? Let me actually start this guy here. Federico, hello from Argentina. Nice. Martin, greetings from Argentina. Nice. Yes. ¿Qué pasa? Nada. I'm just trying Drizzle. It's for the first time, so a lot of things can happen. It's okay. Okay, and then I can pass a Shift M and then open Drizzle Studio. Erasing is not a function. Interesting. Okay. What's the DB init? Okay. I just have export const studio DB. It's an SQL SQLite open async, open sync DB, which is the name, right? Okay, and I'll export this, save this. Shift M, and I'll open up the Drizzle. No tables in the database. So I need to specify db.db. No tables, SQL runner. Okay, so this is definitely not working. Maybe just db, open. But where is the database? Yeah, I think I may need to add the same thing here, right? db.db. But actually, port equal db. Now I'll go to the layout and equal db. I refresh now. Open the Drizzle Studio. There are no tables. Why is that? Okay, so this is add the migrations. Oh, okay. So I actually need to do the migrations. Okay. I'll do it here. Use migrations. Use migrations. It's coming from. Should I create another hook? Hooks. Use Drizzle. Use local migrations. Yes. And I'll export function use local migrations. And I'll import use migrations. And I'll say, I'll import also migrations. So I'll say here. I'll just return use migrations. DB is going to be the DB. And migrations is going to be from init. Can I do it like Drizzle migrations? I'll export migrations as well. I'll say migrations here. And I need to do it like this? No, not really. So I do migrations, yeah, okay. And then now I should use the use migrations, use local migrations. So we have a DB here, no, but maybe here. Yeah, so I had to run actually the migrations. I don't have the relations, right? Discard changes. Anyway, I'll say here only if you are a dev, run this one. And local migrations and data, and I'll return migration data, and I'll run something like this. Should be fine. So now I'm also running Drizzle Studio if you are in dev mode. Okay. But why I don't have create the data. This is a table, okay. This actually makes more sense to import it like this. I'll go to Schema. And I will import this table coming from. Okay. I'll import everything as key. I'll do key dot. Key dot. Okay. And the relations, I think this reference should be yeah, I think I'll add again the references. Nice. Table comments. Okay, so I'll add here references, habits.id. This reference is what can it return? But then I don't have the refinements, you know, the basics. But why do you need this one? Where is this actually used? Aha, okay, gotcha. So it seems that I don't actually need the relations. Okay, so I'll do in a different tab one migrate. There is no migrate. Oh, generate, okay. Where is the... So there is a foreign key. Okay. So now if I reload this, habits, there is habit logs. Okay, so I'll add test default. Okay, save changes. I think not null. Okay, I'll add here a test. Drink coffee. Okay, and for discard the changes, habit logs. I'll create here a new record. What day is today? 14th, 11, 2024. Completed. True. Habit ID 1. Create the default. Completed is not a number. Oops. Can I add another one? Habit logs. I'll add another record. Date. The date is null. Schema. Date. Where is date? Integer mode timestamp not null. Default to SQL, it's current date. Okay, and I'll add again the generate. I think I may need to rerun the migrations now. One habit 1. It's okay. If I go to habits, there are 2 habits. Okay. But still though, I would love to have the date as a custom thingy. I'll add this a string, maybe text mode. Yeah, I think I'll add this as a text and not null. I think this is okay. On update, can I have here some columns? So I have hooks on the database. Hooks. No. For the drizzle, yes. Thank you very much. Let me know if now it's better. Okay. I think we are okay with it. Do I actually need the relations? It seems that it's useless. Do I actually need it? No. Habits. Schemas. Relations. One too many. I still need Drizzle or SQLite relations. Okay, let's see if this one is doing something. Trick driver DB. On delete cascade. Okay, that's actually interesting. I also need to add this one on delete cascade. Still need to have those, you see. Generate SQLite. Actually need to do it. One generate SQLite. No. Okay. Just I believe this. Okay, got you. I believe this relation is more for. Memory key columns T. Anyway, so let's give some. Let's clean up a bit the code here. I think I'll definitely need to generate. STS relation is not defined. Okay, let me go back to relations. Okay. I really like the syntax though. Okay. I think it's okay. It's okay, guys. I'll need to I have the tabs, layout, not fun, tabs, layout, explore, index. Okay, so inside the index, I'm actually going to remove everything. Create a new function here called home. and I will export default this function. Okay. Home its index. Okay. And I'll have here a safe area view actually. Not this one, the other one. Okay, so I have it here. And what can I do is I'll create a new habit, right? So let's create a dummy habit. How to use the use live query thingy. So I'll go. Okay, so I'll do data. It's a use live query. And I'll do db. The select. Can I do select from? This is actually okay. I'll do schema. Yeah. db. I'll export schema. It's const schema. I'll import a schema from schema. I'll export schema. Where is the I do it like this? Actually, I don't need it, right? Because I can do directly from habits. That's all, okay. And I'll say here data, I'll iterate over the data. So if we have data, it's a habit, and I'll return a habit with the habit. And what's the data? Data, it's this data type. Can I get the date? SQL, how to get the types? How to get the types, guys? Types. Yeah, I don't know. Let me. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But for now, I'll just do it in line. And I'll say habit name. And I'll pass a key as habit.id. There is a drink coffee. Great. So we already have this. So now if I go to the do coffees, save changes, it's here. Great. And here I can also do how to get drizzle type for a specific table. For type including relations. I do type xxx, it's a type of habit for select. This is actually quite good. Okay, I'll do here. So function habit type of habits dot infer select. I'll return here the same view. And instead of the key, I'll pass directly the habit as habit, and the key as string. Should be the same, right? Okay, but now here is the fun thing, that we can have the logs. So habit logs. It's going to return some view and the text habit logs. And I can render the habit logs by the habit ID, which is habit ID. Okay. And habit ID, it's going to be a number. Habit ID for habit ID number. Okay. What I'll do now is I need to do again data, use live query, db select from habit logs where habit ID habit logs.id habit ID equals habit ID. How to do where? Let's go to the documentation and do query data where where equals eq with a comma. I think it's like this. So I'll have here data.map log, and I'll say return a view. I'll say text, and the key is going to be log, and then log.id and log.habitID. I'll say log.id and also log.date. Great. Yeah, so this is habit logs 4. Drink coffee. Why is this habit name? And I'll say here text logs. Actually, no, this one be style of font size, maybe 20. Font weight is going to be 600. Okay, and I'll specify here just style. Font style is going to be italic, and should be enough. And I'll give it another view, style gap of 4 and style gap of 8. Okay, and for the other one, I'll say style gap 4 as well. Do I have native wind? No. Okay. So now I can create a dummy. I can add here a button to create a dummy button. Title. Add random habit. On press, I'll do db.insert into habits. Values, and I'll add here the name. I'll do I'll create here a random. Let's do it for now. Maybe an input. Name set name, it's equal to you, state, and I'll create an input, text input, and I'll do on change text. He's going to take the text and he's going to set the name with the text and default value going to be name. Okay, I'll do this is okay. It's okay. I'll just create here another view. Actually add habit and function add habit, going to be this one. We'll have the state here, and this is going to return a view. Okay, add a habit, style margin vertical of 20 and a padding of 20. Okay, so text string or null. Actually, this is the string which is empty by default, and on change I also need to have the ref as ref and const ref. It's a use ref as a text input null, and whenever I'm adding a new habit, is this a after inserting it, can I do after? Finally, wow, nice. Ref current clear. And I'll do ref current blur. Nice. So I'll insert the name as, actually I'll do set name as an empty string, and the name is going to be name. And what else do we need? Color. Let's add the maybe turquoise, and a description. I'll not add random description, and an ID. I don't need it, an ID. Okay, so now if I do run for kilometers, Boom. Habit logs for 2. There are no habit logs. Okay, so I'll say there is data. Otherwise, text, no logs yet. Where is this one? If how is the data? Console log data. Oh, it's an empty array. If okay, so no logs yet. Okay, great. And I also need to have this one. I may need to edit in other view, and I'll style this gap of 8 and style pairing of 8. Yeah, the flex one actually, and here I'll do another view pairing 8. Okay, great. Where is the home? Home. I don't need a home. Okay. Actually, I need habits. And I'll add style, font size of 32. And margin bottom of wait. Opacity of 0.5 and font weight is going to be maybe 700. Even less. Great. So I can add another habit. I'll say cook every day. Boom. Okay. So I need to also add some logs. So I'll go to the logs. So we have this here, habit logs. I'll add a new record. The date is going to be what's the date? So 4th of December, 04/12/2024. Default is going to be 1, and habit ID is going to be 3, right? So for this one, and I'll save the changes. Date is not a number, none. Yeah, I'll mess around with it. 04. Yeah, this is wrong. So I need to fix the date for some reason, but this is going to appear here, which is great. Yeah, so we have a starting point, guys. For this one. How is everyone else doing? Hello from Not Just Dev channel. Hey Vadim, thanks for joining. Live Inception. Frank, I really like the Drizzle info. Going to be hosting the Supabase launch week here locally in Austin, Texas, and even Bacon from Expo will be there. Great, yeah. Unfortunately, it's a long journey for me to be there, but yeah, really happy to hear that. Yeah, I actually wanted to give Drizzle a try because I've seen it everywhere on Twitter, and yeah, I just wanted to play around with it. Definitely, Supabase it's also a really nice nice thing to use because you also have authentication. For example, you have different hooks, you have different cron jobs, and yeah, it's you can build quite a lot of things. In fact, I'm actually building an application, like a small social media application where you can post anonymously, um, and yeah, you have multiple categories and things like that. So I'm using Supabase there. But yeah, guys, whoever is watching, just a quick reminder that today is the last day of the Black Friday deal to get a 60% discount on animatereactnative.com. So if you'd like to get it now, it's the chance at 60% off. Starting from tomorrow is going to be again with like the normal price. So yeah, just a quick heads up in case you'd like to have access to that. Let me put something. Let me play like Silent Night. Alright. So I think this really bothers me. The schema. How to add the date? You know. Current timestamp. I think. You know what? This is not an integer. Not null. Default. Current date. Maybe if I generate now and run the migrations, I should be able. Do I need to rerun this? Shift M, open Drizzle Studio. Discard the changes. Create that. Interesting. Can I just edit? It's null. Okay. Current date. Why current date is not working? Current. Yeah, but I would like to have it for SQLite. It's current timestamp. Yeah. Okay. This is an integer. Yeah, okay, I'll think about it. Oh, sorry, I was not actually sharing the screen. So I was trying to get this current date, you know. Where is the current date? Current date. Current time stamp. Current date. I actually want to have the current date, you know. Not really. This is actually an integer. Integer. And not null. And the type of the integer is going to be mode, it's timestamp. Okay. Yeah, I think this is how it should be. Found object date. Okay, this kind of makes sense. If we go back to habits where you have the date, the day.js date format and edit as it is. Invalidate. It should be fine. It should be fine. Multiply by 1000. No. Yeah. So I think if I'm going now to say date now, I'll add this one. And I am going to I'm going to add this here, save changes. Maybe like this. No, what I'm doing. Yeah, so okay. So is this one. So if I'm going to add it here, habit ID it's null. Actually, I'll add it to the second one. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. So I believe what's the documentation saying? Give me a second. Timestamp. Okay, so timestamp in milliseconds. Should I edit in milliseconds? Yeah, I think it's okay in milliseconds. So schema in milliseconds. Let's run generate, refresh, and now I need to add some zeros at the end. Not this one, but date. Now I'll copy. Save all. Okay, and everything should be for today. And minus this is for yesterday. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Alrighty, guys. So it was nice. I think Drizzle is great. But what I'm thinking now is that you can add multiple entries to the same habit log. So this is going to be basically I'll give the how to get to the day.js. Let's create the table now. Month. Days. Okay, I'll just console log here. Can I do something like day.js month day.js get number of days from current month? Can I do days maybe? Of days. day is no. Days in month. Okay, so days in month. So I need to do days in month. Okay. So I'm going to do I'll console log days in month. So 31, okay. And where we have the habit logs, I'll do const days in month. I'll do something like this. Do I need to? I'll just memo it. Use memo, even though I don't need it. I'll move this into like MobX or something. But what I will do is I will actually, you know what, this from where actually need to do where can I do, or can I need to do an end, right? End and between, do I have a between habit logs? Okay. Between is the day of start of the current month. Unix. This is an array. Okay. Is this an array actually? Let's go. And okay. No, it's not an array. Between why is this complaining? Start of month. They just console log end of to maybe date. To date. Yes. Okay. So what's this doing? It's if I'm going to add something. So this is going to take only the current month, right? So I'm just filtering. Really nice developer experience here. So what I'll do is now I will have an array of 31. I'll get the keys. Okay, so this is actually an array. And I'll say this is not going to be that performant, but I'll do days in month map, and I'll do day. Okay, and I'll return here a view, just a view. And I'll style this with actually, you know, I'll give it a styles as a log, and I'll check const is selected, and I'll do something with it. And what I'll do is, if we have data and data, this is actually quite good. Yeah, so, and if it's selected, I'll do selected log, and I'll do const styles. It's a style sheet create. I'll do log width, I don't know, 10, height 10, border radius maybe 2, background color is going to be light gray. It's okay, should be enough. And for the selected log, I'll do background color. Actually, selected log, I'll not do a selected log, I'll do background color directly here. If it's selected, I'll take the I'll need the entire habit. So habit logs, I'll do habit as a habit. Okay, habit logs, habit, I'll do habit as this one, and it's habit.id, habit.id, and I'll do, if it's selected, I'll take the habit color, otherwise it's light gray. Why is this complaining? This should actually color string. Not really. You are going to have a color. I'll fix this issue. To do, fix the optional color here. We are always going to have a color. Okay, so I have actually, this should be a scroll view. So scroll view, get the point. Okay, actually the scroll view is going to be only here and here. Okay, so this is the scroll view. Okay. So the habit log, so we have some selected, you see, which is great. This is actually amazing. So what I'm going to do is remove this part here because we don't need it. View. Okay. And now what I'm going to say here is how to say it, because I would like to create a grid here, right? So I will do another view, and I'll do style flex direction row, flex wrap. Okay, and I'll add a gap of maybe 2. Great. So maybe I'll increase a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's about the right amount, but I'll make this 20. Okay. And I'll increase the gap maybe a bit. We're going to refactor the things, don't worry, but yeah, something like this. So now if I'm going to add DJ, oh, this is not DJS, this is DJS, so DJS, subtract, actually add 3 days Unix. Okay, and if I go here and I'll create another record saying this is the date, this is true, and habit ID is going to be 1. Save changes. Now we are not going to have it. Oh yeah, why is that? Save changes. Okay, I actually need to do it like Unix but multiply it by 1000. So if I add another 2 days, so 5 days in total, I'll get this one. I'll go to Drizzle ORM, I'll create another one. Date is this one, completely is true, and habit ID is going to be 1. Save changes is going to appear here. Okay, each child should have a, okay, so map map key day, and I'll say key is going to be day for habit ID. Okay, this is fantastic, guys. So now whenever you are going to press on any of these, I'm going to set it, right? So what I need to do is I need to make this a pressable. I'll move the key to the pressable. And I'll do on, oh, pressable. Pressable on press. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a db insert into habit logs. The values, date is going to be day.js how to edit actually, DJS day, it's going set day to be day +1 to date. Okay, and complete it is going to be if it's not selected. Kind of makes sense. Okay, so now if I press on this one, nope. refresh. Console log pressed and the new date actually is not to date, right? Is Unix multiplied by 1000. So I'll fix it. So I'll say press console log pressed, console log this guy, and I'll just return. Okay. Is this right? Oh, I also need the habit ID, right? Complete it, and I also need the habit ID, which is habit ID. And date, it's actually to date. Okay. Unix, maybe? Unix type date. Multiply by 1000. Why is this complaining? Habit ID. Do I need to insert? How do I insert? Insert values. Why is this not working? So I'll just, you know what? I'll just say Unix multiplied by 1000. So if I'm going to why this is not date, it's not it's complaining about the date, right? Number is not assigned to SQL date placeholder. Okay. What? Just 1 second, because I need to do something. 1 second, 1 second. One second. Not anyway. So what I actually wanted to do is to see if this is working. So default date is this one. Complete it. Ooh, got you. I do number true, number false. Okay. Actually, I need to do a number, right or no? Not really. This is true. Let me press on the last one. Why is this not working, guys? Refresh. Interesting. Start of the month. Okay, let me add another record. 1, 1, save changes. Set minutes to 0. Why is this not working? Not is selected. I'll just, you know what? I'll just do it like this. New date by this one. Still not working, huh? Insert into habit logs. But I have no errors, you know? Date. I'll say new date now. New date. False. This is still not working. Interesting. Why is not working? Hey Biox. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, for some reason I have no errors. We cannot insert. What else can I do? Ooh, do I have upsert? Nope. So if is selected, I will update. I'll actually remove delete habit logs where habit logs dot habit dot id it's equal to id. Yeah, I need to rethink about this one. Okay. But still though, the insert is not working. So do I need to rerun the entire application? Is this working working on something? Okay. This is not working. Working on something. This is here. ISO string maybe. To date. Schema. Got you. Okay. I'll console log this one here actually. It's day plus one. Okay. Day plus one. Okay. I'll add set minutes, set hours 0. Const date. I'll console log the date. Actually, the minutes doesn't matter, right? Interesting. I am not able to insert. So db insert, it's actually working. db insert, it's working here. db insert. db insert into habit logs values, and I'll say catch error console log error. There is no error. I need to execute. Okay, so I need to execute. Interesting. This is wrong. Okay. Okay. Insert is selected. Selected log. No. Log. And I'll say find log. Okay, so log can be log or undefined. So I'll do log dot. This is true. If there is a log, I will do db delete habits where equal habit logs.id log.id and return. Is selected. I'll do log.completed. Actually, if log.completed. Okay. This is actually, yeah. So this is working now. What about the performance? Yeah, this is not that performant though. Because I know why that, but we are going to fix this. So if I go to add here 32 and habit logs, and I'll add if log dot here I'll add a view and I'll say text like this, yeah, and log. I'll justify the center and align the items to the center. Okay, and dot log. I'll just remove this because actually we don't need a catch anymore. And I'll say here style. I'll do font size maybe 12 and opacity is going to be 0.5, maybe 0.2. Yeah, this is quite nice. Most probably what I'll do is the date is not great. So the date should definitely be formatted in a different way. So the schema should be in this way. Yeah, I don't like the way how it is currently. So I will say this is a text. not null, and I'll just do I actually need this? Yeah. Actually need it, right? Not sure, because you can add multiple things, so it's going to make my life easier when I'm actually parsing the data. Yeah, I think I'll just undo the things. But for now, I think we are in a good shape. So refresh, boom. And this is index, and the scroll view. The scroll view should be here actually. But something like this. Now I'll add the add habit at the top. Okay. Maybe add, yeah, something like this. I can also disable the future ones, right? So if it's pressable, I will disable if, yeah, something like this. And actually const is from future. And I'll add disable, and I'll also style this. So style, opacity, if it's from future, just forget about it, right? To be fair, I don't like the text. I'll add here opacity 0 for now. The border radius should be maybe bigger. Yeah, it's okay. Scroll view, safe area view. Why is this? Yeah, I'll figure it out. The scroll view shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, I think we are in a good shape with this local first habits tracker. So yeah, boom, 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 boom. This is pretty fast. I mean, yeah, everything it's local. Alrighty, guys. So thank you very much for staying with me. See you maybe tomorrow. We are going to continue working on this one, and what I'll do is most probably I'm gonna fix this the schema here, because I don't like it the way how it is currently. So most probably you can press multiple times on one habit and increase it. So you can say, when you are going to create a new habit, you can say how many times you'd like to check, or no, how many checkpoints, or not checkpoints, yeah, how many times a day would you like to basically add this this into the log. So we can calculate also some opacity, you know. It's like a GitHub commit chart history. So yeah, most probably I'm gonna do that. And also the date right now is not really great. So the date should definitely be formatted in such a way that it's easier for us to change and modify. And I will see, is this actually use live query? Is this can I go to Drizzle, see how is this implemented? Is this like using, where is this coming from? This is coming from Expo SQLite. Oops. Okay, so this is a query. Is this using some observables? Yeah, not really. See, that's why it's using state. Yeah. Read and catch, okay. Listener remove. Who's the listener? Who's the listener? Listener, it's undefined. Add database, change listener. Okay, got you. To be fair with you, because this is not an observable, it's going to be tough in terms of performance, especially if you have like a huge calendar. So I'll see if I can move this to Legend State or MobX. I think I'm gonna use Legend State nevertheless, but in a nutshell, what I would like to have is each individual box here should listen to a specific key and only update that that box, right? So because otherwise right now, whenever, so the why we're dropping frames on the JavaScript side is because this entire component is listening also to changes, but it's also mapping through each individual box. So instead, what we can do is just create the calendar, you know, and each individual box inside it should listen to changes. So yeah, we have to think about it. We have to think about it. And to be fair, I don't like this ID to be a number. And I'll see if Drizzle has support for any type of stringy thingy UID, you know. Most probably it has, but yeah, we have to see. Yeah, I think we made some great progress. Disabled. I'll just I'll do false and just to keep everything here. So yeah, you can press on the buttons and make them. We also need to add an edit button somewhere and display a bottom sheet, most probably. Also a color picker to select the color. What else do we need to do? The add a new habit should also be a bottom sheet where you can do a bunch of things. Most probably I'm gonna be using this fab button that I have on Animate React Native. So fab, most probably this one. So yeah, I really like this. I have used it in multiple applications, and yeah, we can edit. Yeah, I think we left the application in a pretty good state, and yeah, guys, I really like this thingy. But yeah, okay, cool. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. See you tomorrow in a new video. Otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result, and I really like Drizzle so far. Of course, is this there is a steep learning curve, of course. I need to learn the way how Drizzle works, and we are going to figure it out. But we are on a pretty decent road, I'll say. And yeah, it's local first. It's using Expo, SQLite, Drizzle, and we are also going to add some animations and things like that, but that's for later. Now we have just created this Drizzle Drizzle thingy. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and also don't forget, today is the last day for Black Friday deals, so if you'd like to have 60% discount on animatereactnative.com, now is the time to do it. Use BF2024 during the checkout to get 60% off, or any plan. It doesn't matter if it's if it's an individual or a team license. It's the lowest that it can be. So low, yeah, it's the best price across the year. So yeah, don't forget about that. Otherwise, thank you all for supporting me, supporting this channel, and give it a thumbs up to this video. Otherwise, guys, see you tomorrow. Cheers. Discover animatereactnative.com, your go-to platform for premium, customizable, and ready-to-use React Native animations. There are over 120 different animations that are going to save you time, enhance your app, and, in my opinion, is the perfect collection if you'd like to learn more about React Native animations. Visit animatereactnative.com.